Hi, my name is BTech. Hi, my name is Sumant. I'm studying BTech from university. Hey, hi, welcome to Recent Jobs. And if you are also struggling to answer this question, tell me about yourself in interviews. Don't worry, you are not alone. Believe me, it's the question we all practice hundreds of times, but when the interviewer asks, our mind suddenly goes blank. Today, I will show you exactly how to answer this question confidently, step by step, with examples and things to avoid, and a complete sample answer that you can use in any interview. Before we dive into structuring the answer, let me quickly tell you three things you should avoid. First one, don't just read your resume, the interviewer already has it, so repeating it word for word adds no value. Secondly, don't use fancy or complicated English, it can make you sound unnatural. Keep it simple, clear, and confident. Don't start with myself, Suman, that's grammatically wrong and instantly loses professionalism. The key is to speak naturally, like you are having a friendly conversation while still keeping it professional. Let's go step by step explanation. Start with your name, short, confident, and clear. For example, my name is Sumant. No need for myself or extrovert, just say your name like it's your identity, confident, and simple. Next, mention where you are from. This adds a personal touch and helps connect with the interviewer. For example, I am from Hyderabad, Telangana. If you are currently living somewhere else, you can add that as well. For instance, I am originally from Hyderabad but currently based in Bangalore. Small details like this makes your introduction sounds natural and conversational. And now talking about your highest qualification, your branch and college. This shows your educational background without going into deep. For example, I have completed my BTech in computer science from XYZ college with a CGPA of 8.4. Here is one thing to remember. If your CGPA is above 7.5, mention it confidently. If it's lower, just focus on the branch and college. The interviewer is more interested in your skills, projects, and attitude than numbers alone. And this part is optional. If you feel comfortable, you can give a brief overview of your family. For example, we are a family of four. My father works in banking and my mother is a homemaker. It's completely fine to skip this if you want to keep it strictly professional. And now comes the most important part, your practical exposure. There is where you connect your academics to real world experience. For example, in my final year, I developed a web application using Java, Spring Boot, and MyBatis. I was mainly responsible for backend development, database integration, and ensuring smooth functionality. Or else, I also completed an internship at ABC company where I collaborated with the development team to enhance the front-end UI and optimizing the backend APIs. Remember, focus on your role, not the entire project. Keep it simple and highlight contributions that show your skills and teamwork. And they now highlight two to three traits of strengths that show you how you are beyond academics. Avoid generic words like honest and punctual. Pick traits that really describes you. For example, I would describe myself as adaptable, detail oriented, and a quick learner. I enjoy collaborating with teams to solve challenges and find efficient solutions. When you connect traits to examples from projects or internships, it sounds authentic and impactful. And also, you can mention one or two hobbies that reflect curiosity, creativity, or learning. It shows you are a well rounded person. For example, in my free time, I love solving coding challenges and exploring new tools. I also enjoy sketching, which keeps my mind creative and relaxed. Sharing hobbies makes your introduction more human and relatable, not just professional. And finally, talk about your short term and long term goals, but frame them in a professional way. Like, for example, my short term goal is to really perform very well in this interview and get selected in your organization, which I see as an exceptional platform to learn modern tools and technologies. And my long term goal is to see myself in a well established position where I can lead and manage people and I solve critical challenges within this organization. This shows that you are not just looking for a job, you are planning a career. So now that we have see how to structure the answer step by step, let's combine everything and see how a complete answer sounds. This is how you can confidently introduce yourself in any interview. For example, the full sample answer. Introduce yourself. My name is Sumant. I am from Hyderabad, Telangana. I have completed my BTech in Computer Science from XYZ College with a CGPA of 8.4. In my final year, I developed a web application using Java, Spring Boot and MyBatis, where I finally mainly worked on backend development and database integration. And also I have completed an internship at ABC company where I worked with the development team and from the backend APIs. I would describe myself as an adaptable, detail-oriented and quick learner who enjoys collaborating with teams to solve challenges. In my free time, I like solving coding problems and sketching, which helps me to stay creative. And my short-term goal is to perform really well in this interview and get selected in our organization, which I see as an exceptional platform to learn modern tools and technologies. My long-term goal is to see myself is an well-established position where I can lead and manage people and solve critical challenges within this organization. That's a brief introduction about me. Is there anything else that you would like to know about me? And that's your answer. Tell me about yourself clearly, confidently, and naturally. Don't memorize word for word. Just understand the flow and speak in your own style. Remember, your smile and body language often speak louder than the words. Try this in your next interview and see the difference.